Hey guys, it's Corey again over at Cyber Strategies AI. Today we're taking a look at improving the prompting that I've got inside this step right here in this script where I'm determining the outcomes. And the big thing is some upgrades that I've done inside the prompt that goes out to the ChatGPT. And I think I kind of discovered that, it's actually doing a little bit better on 3.5, which means I don't know if the models change or not while we're working with them, which is entirely possible. But one of the things I'm trying to do is make sure we don't have escape. So I'm up here making sure that I give it context, who it is, what its job is. I also said gold's trading for $2,500 an ounce roughly, and it's not. I mean, it's right in there somewhere, and silver in this price range. So I'm giving it some boundaries because it was identifying some people that said, "Oh yeah, it's trading for $1 million or $5,000 an ounce or something like that," and it's not. So it was tagging them up as they're following. They're following the market when they're not following the market. So anyhow, these are my outcomes down here at the bottom. I'm trying to be very specific. The human responded with gold and silver questions, said they were following the price of gold and silver. Simply state following gold or silver. But do not, don't say the nots. So sometimes it would say like, oh, they're not following gold or silver. Well, I can't detect that in the next step when I get the outcome and I try to determine if this phrase exists in the outcomes or doesn't exist. So one of the things that I ran into, and this is a little tip, this question was not answered. And when I fed it into ChatGPT, it actually said, oh yeah, they're interested in buying gold coins or something like that. And they're not. So I tried other LLMs. They never answered the question. I tried Grok, I tried Anthropic, I tried, not Claude's Anthropic, but I tried Copilot, and they all gave me the exact same message, the exact same response, that they were interested in buying coins. And it's not correct. It's just absolutely is not correct. So, because it never was answered. So what I added was if the human responded to the coin question, if the human, responded to the gold question, those were my specific additions. It took me a while to kind of figure it out, and it seems obvious now. It seems simple. It seems terribly simple, but I spent quite a bit of time on it and chasing it around to different LLMs. So this should save you some time if you're trying to determine some outcomes or some other changes that are going to occur based on your dispositioning process. You might, whatever you might extract from the transcript to make decisions on what you do with the lead or how you, what you do afterward, call them back or whatever. And let's see. Yeah. So possible Lenny. I think you probably have looked that up by now, maybe not. Possible Lenny is the Lenny telemarketer frustration bot that is just kind of useless. But anyhow, they tend to say weird things and off topic, so I've got some Lenny detection in there. So this is 3.5. I kind of hit my limit on 4.0 for the day, for a few hours anyhow. So it's pretty good. You're going to be parsing this. You're parsing this output right here. So it's pretty chatty right here. And I did some stuff to try to reduce that. And as soon as I changed from 4.0 to 3.5 when I hit my limit, then I got these extra lines here. So anyhow, I think one of the tips that I gave before was try it. If you're not getting the outcomes the way that you want them, try them in 4.0. It seems to be more succinct in this sense. It'll just pop out outcome not interested. And I'm surprised 3.5 is saying not interested, which is this line right here, outcome not interested. But it seems 3.5 actually seems to be working better when I was getting it not, it wasn't working that great before. So the tips are, well, number one, if a question is not answered, let's say the transcript ends right at the point where you're asking a question, the LLMs, and I tried a bunch of them, tend to push you to the positive. Well, they didn't express it, and I asked them, I said, explain to me exactly why you chose that outcome. You just type that right here. Explain in detail why you this outcome. So you can do that right here, and it's going to spit that out and let you troubleshoot it by having it explain how it picked that. So anyhow, that's a tip. But yeah, the one here was, this question was never answered. All the LLMs were tending toward, well, they didn't expressly say they didn't do it, so I added that they weren't interested. So I added, if they responded to this question and responded with some interest in buying coins, simply state. So it made it so that they have to have responded to the question. They have to respond to the question. So there's your tip, and I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.